be a little harder to find a place to park in one San Francisco neighborhood because a couple of those parking spaces have now been transformed into what is being called a park lot. San Francisco Mayor Gavin Newsom is joining us now live from Divisadero Street with a look at that. Good morning.
By the way, you're not kidding. Live from Divisadero Street, since I'm not on the sidewalk, I'm actually out here in some old parking spaces on Divisadero, which we've completely remodeled and revitalized. I hope you can notice just behind me, you can see $6.3 million of your taxpayer money that went to work rebuilding and revitalizing this neighborhood, starting with a median strip, starting with these sidewalks, including taking back and democratizing a portion of the street in order to create an economic opportunity to extend the cafe, Mojo Cafe here on Divisadero. This is all part of our economic revitalization of our diverse neighborhood. So
Mayor Newsom,
I'm really proud of it, Claudia.
I see that there's some space for some bicycles, but as someone who was a San Francisco resident and has looked for parking many, many times, do you think this would actually take away from business when people drive by and they say, well, there's nowhere to stop my car, so I'm just going to keep on going?
Well, the answer is yes and no. I mean, the reality at the end of the day, I think it makes the neighborhood more desirable, the commercial corridor more desirable. More likely people will not only bike here, as you noted, there's bike parking available, more bike parking, but also walk here and become more pedestrian friendly. I think, we've got to change the framework of what our cities are about. I think now, in the 21st century, cities are competing with cities now more than ever for quality of life. And we have to note that 25% of our streets in San Francisco are not streets that are pedestrian friendly, they're streets for automobiles. And that was designed a century ago. And so now we're trying these pilot projects to answer your question. This is a pilot, and if it doesn't work, we'll go back. We'll learn from the mistake if it is a mistake. But I think this is a good risk to take in the context of trying new things and getting the support as we have from the business community to say, you know what, we want a greater identity in our neighborhood.
And really quickly, are these being paid for? What kind of money? I mean, certainly we're in a budget crunch.
Yeah, well, most of the money, this was part of the federal stimulus. 80 people were working the last 6 months full-time on this project. A big portion of it came from the stimulus money. Another portion came as part of our sewage retrofit. We connected our sewage project with street repaving, a big pet peeve that many people have as we rip up the sidewalks and then rip them up 6 months later. And our beautification effort came from some local dollars. So it's a combination of funding.
Okay, Mayor Newsom, and I know there are more of these coming, or certainly we'll keep an eye out for that. But since last Friday, you have been wearing 2 hats as mayor, so you're also candidate for lieutenant governor, so I can't let you go without talking about some of that. Gary Self, who used to be your guy when you were running for governor, is now your competitor, Janice Hahn's guy. He's leveling some campaign contributions.